I know you have been leading the charge on this campus carry legislation, and I know the last time we talked to you, you thought this just might be the year you could get the bill passed. Sounds like, though, it's not turning out that way. Give us an update.
No, it's not. I couldn't get take 16 votes to pass a bill in the Arizona State Senate. I could only get to 13. So we were going to try to resurrect it in the House of Representatives, but I couldn't get to their magic number is 31. So I could neither get to 16 nor 31 this year, which is rather strange because last year I had a similar bill that was under Arizona's constitutional carry that didn't require a concealed carry permit. I got that almost with all the whole Republican caucus voting for it and got it up to the governor where Governor Brewer vetoed it. So I thought when the governor requested that the concealed carry permit provisions applied that it would be a cakewalk. But the university systems knew that the governor was willing to sign the bill, so they put the full court press on. And with redistricting going on and the potential that we have more competitive seats in the legislature just seemed to get weak-kneed and wasn't really willing to take up any controversial issues.
Wow. Because as always, like you were saying, the universities and these college administrators really fighting this all the way. But what did you make of that report they released about a month ago, the Arizona Board of Regents, estimating that under your bill, it was going to cost millions of dollars for the universities to continue to ban guns? Where did they come up with that?
You know, I requested a line-item bid sheet from them on that, and I don't really think it existed. I don't think that was a legitimate price estimate. And I took a look. The Granger catalog has lockers in it, and I took a look at that, and you can get an 18-space locker for about $500. And that would only be if they chose to ban guns. And you would hope that if they were going to ban guns, that they would really choose which areas they truly needed to ban the weapons in.
Wow.
But I just thought that was rather ridiculous. And in reality, if their only objection was the cost of the lockers, I'm the vice chairman of a Senate Appropriations. I could have gotten the money to pay for those lockers, but that really wasn't their objection. Their objection is just they're hoplophobes. They have a phobia of guns.
And they don't want it.
Right, and that's what it boils down to is they don't, liberals run the university system across the United States. They don't like guns, and they don't want them in their facilities.
I bet when word got out about your bill not making it, you got a lot of emails, I'm sure, from college students concerned about their safety in and around the campus.
Sure, and I have some friends that their children attend the University of Arizona. They were concerned about their safety. That at the Arizona State University, they were concerned. Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff's a little safer environment. They actually had gun lockers until 2007, and they removed their gun lockers. Mm-hmm. So it's disappointing because a lot of these crimes happen off of college campus. We actually had one of our own Senate pages who was a student at ASU who was killed 2 years ago in a robbery. He was shot twice in the chest and left for dead. Yes. Where he passed away. They stole his laptop computer and his cell phone.
Unbelievable.
So the college administration wants to argue, that these are safe places, but in reality, when you take a look at the crime statistics surrounding a university, they're higher than the surrounding crime stats in that surrounding town.
Yeah, and it goes right back to what the police tell us. They try, but they can't be everywhere all the time.
Sure, and that when seconds count, the police are minutes away.
So there's really no chance you see in keeping this bill alive.
I don't think this year. Hopefully, somebody will take up the issue. This is about the fourth time that we've run this through the Arizona legislature. I think we ran it 2 years in a row, and we took a year off, and then we've ran it the last 2 years. So I'm sure that somebody will pick up that mantle. I'm not going to be here because I'm running for Congress.
I know. I was going to say, who's going to pick up from where you left off?
Well, I'm sure that somebody will. Representative Gowan has been running the pro-gun legislation in the House. Yeah. And so I'm sure that there's somebody else that'll come up along behind me.
Because you mentioned him, and he's actually got a bill that would allow people to carry guns into public buildings unless there's already on-site security. But would that include buildings on college campuses, or is that a whole different story?
I need to take a look at that because that just came up. That issue. The bill hasn't moved to the floor yet. Mm-hmm. And we need to see whether that really would apply to college and university campuses. I ran a similar bill to that last year, and we couldn't make that. Also was vetoed by Governor Brewer. That said that if you're going to ban guns on a government facility, it needs to be a secure facility. you have to have metal detectors or guards with handheld metal detectors. If you're going to disarm me when I go in to pay my water bill, then you need to. Then it's your responsibility to protect my safety and make sure that nobody else has a gun either.
And as you
Now,
were
the whole
saying,
thing's rather ridiculous because, if I go into City Hall to pay my water bill, they disarm me. But I can go into Walmart and pay my gas or my electric bill, and Walmart doesn't disarm me.
yeah, I mean, none of it.
I
makes
really
sense.
don't see the difference. If it, and it, in the end, that those stickers on the sides of doors on government buildings have no supernatural power to keep guns out. Evildoers see that they know they're there for evil intents. They walk right past there and do their evil deeds.
Yeah.
And all it really does is disarm law-abiding citizens.
And as you said, you made the changes after Governor Brewer vetoed that bill last year, thinking it might make a difference. It's too bad it hasn't.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I'm relatively sure that the governor would have signed the bill if we could have got it up to her. And when it started out, I thought this was just going to be a cakewalk. But our redistricting process in Arizona was hijacked by a supposed independent committee. And they've really gerrymandered the state around. So the legislators are concerned that they've been thrown into districts that are a lot more competitive. So they're just, they're more worried about their own reelection than doing what's right for Arizona's college students.